All right, awesomeness. Who do we already have on the call right now? Who just joined in? Akash, Ashutosh. Welcome, Akash. Welcome, Ashutosh. Thank you so much for joining. We have David. We have Bhaskar.
Hi, Dhaval. Hi.
Hi.
Good.
All right. So just give me a minute and we get started. It took some time for me to join Zoom today. I don't know why. So yeah, just give me a moment and we'll get started. And we will also have more people joining in by then. So you can switch on your videos, you can show me your face, and that's absolutely fine. I would love to see you interact with you. So just give me a moment and I will be with you because I want to share something amazing today. All right, so as we get started, David is over here. Let me congratulate David because David has just joined Fit Life coaching program today. So congratulations, David. Once again, we had
Yeah,
a discussion today morning.
yeah.
Welcome. Super excited to
Thanks.
have you here.
Same here. Same from my side too. Thanks, Dhaval. Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. So just give me a moment. Today we're going to discuss something, a one-page plan. Okay. 30 seconds is all it takes for you to start tracking all the things that you need in order to improve your health. Okay. So that's all. So having said that, who we have? Bhaskar, Akash, Ashutosh, Kshitij. Okay, let me ask you, have you guys gone through all the phases? Okay, the phase one of SS, phase two of design, phase three of implement. Which phase have you gone through? I know, David, we had a discussion. You've gone through all the phases, and now you're actually going to go through all the phases with me. We are going to work together. So you did that, but Akash is here. I see Akash has switched on his video. Akash, can you tell me about that?
Yeah, so I am yet to go through your sessions, and I will go through them. But to just give a brief background, like I myself have a background in nutrition as well, no, and
Awesome.
I have been into this. No, I myself have like kind of lost weight, and I was like kind of doing this, no, which you are doing. So I'm like excited, to see you, do this, and of course we will discuss. We will of course discuss on this soon. So I do know the concepts which you will be sharing, but I will still go through the details, because there will be some different information which you are sharing, and
Mhm.
about the way it has to be implemented, in the form of habits and other things, and the
Yeah.
psychological aspect also which you bring in. So yes, I will go through that, and of course, I'm like open to share feedback as well. No, I mean, if you're okay, I can share something with that as well.
Absolutely, Akash. I would love to hear something which is constructive, which is positive, which can help me help people
Yeah, of
better.
course.
So
This
absolutely,
positive.
and glad that you are here. And I actually have a very different feeling when some other trainers, nutritionists, all of these guys work with me, join me. In fact, I've coached one. I have trained a lot of trainers to become certified trainers. I have coached them on their nutrition and stuff. And these trainers and nutritionists are my colleagues. Like I'm part of this fuel community of personal trainers, group exercise instructors, nutritionists, because we all do a similar work of helping people get healthier. So awesome, glad that you are here. And it's always great to be here. So now the today's agenda is actually to simplify things, because see, what we want is results. Okay, I want to lose weight, I want to improve my energy, I want to get stronger, I want to reverse diabetes, I want to manage my blood pressure, I want to do this, that, all of these jazz. But the thing is, in reality, do we have any control over the results? Let me give you a very blunt answer. The answer is no. Okay, we don't. What we have control over is actions. We can take an action which is highly probable to help us achieve that result. But can we say guaranteed result? The answer is no. Even in stock market, it doesn't work. I can tell you this stock is going to go up tomorrow and market crashes because somebody like Putin, sends few missiles here and there in different countries. You and me have zero control over that, right? So what we can do is use all our science, all our art, all our feelings, and put right actions into place so that we increase the probability of achieving results. Is this making sense? Type in MS in the chat box below if this is making sense to you, because I'm probably one of very few trainers and coaches who tell you I cannot guarantee results, but I can guarantee the effort, I can guarantee the actions and everything that you get out of that, right? So that's why actions are important. You can decide to take action, but here is the thing. When it comes to all of this, is one action going to be enough, or is there something that we need to really do, or is there a one thing? The answer is no. Imagine this as your home. If you want to put furniture and decoration into your home, what do you buy? If you just buy one sofa, would that be enough? Right? If you just buy just a bed, would that be enough? If you just have a dining table, would that be enough? The answer is no. For sitting, you need sofa. For eating, you need dining table. For sleeping, you need bed, right? Same way, all the different aspects of health need different activities. Is it making sense? Type in MS if this is making sense to you. Yeah, good to see you, Kshitij, after a very, very long time. Yeah. So here is a thing. That is what really matters. Now, again, lot of confusion, what to do, what not to do, which exercise, which diet, all that stuff. But I'm going to make sure that one, you have no confusion today. So one, you focus on action. Second, what actions to take and how you can proceed further on that. So with that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen and show you a FitLife weekly tracker. Okay. So let me know when you are able to see my screen. I'm going to share my screen here. If you can see my screen, type in screen in the chat box so I know you're able to see my screen.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, David. Awesome. So here is what happens. Okay. One of the things that people do is overcomplicate very simple things. Okay. Now, this is actually something that I had designed for my coaching clients. Okay, the clients who I coach personally, for them to track things, I had designed it. But I think this is an apt thing for me to share with all of you here, because you have decided to join this, blueprint and this particular program. This would help you. And if you have gone through the details of day 1, day 2, day 3, then this is going to make more sense to you. Otherwise, this may feel like Greek and Latin, but you will understand this. So what we have is a tracker. If you look at it, this is a complete comprehensive lifestyle tracker, health tracker that you can have. So here what we are using is first what food to eat. Okay. If you are concerned about getting the right quantity, quality of nutrition, again, it depends on individual to individual, but to give you the clear idea, protein, vegetables, carbs, fat, and water. 5 things, 5 ingredients that we need. How do you measure them? It's actually a very simple thing. Palm-based measurement, vegetables, carbs, 1 thumb of fat and water. Now this thing, a lot of people come back and tell me, but Dhaval, is it going to be accurate? Is it going to be like weighing and measuring food or counting calories? So to your benefit, let me tell you, even counting calories and weighing and measuring is not going to be that accurate, because the calorie numbers and everything that you see is tested in the lab. Like same apple divided into 2, one has, Akash eats that, I eat that. we're going to derive different calories out of it. You don't have to get clinically accurate about it, especially if you're not an athlete, you don't have athletic goals, it doesn't matter. And my training is meant for busy professionals and non-athletes. If you're an athlete, probably you need more, uh, clinical nutrition, but that's not part of the agenda of this. Is it making sense? Right? So this is how first you know what kind of food to eat, how much. Then all you have to do is you have to just mark your servings here. Did I have 1 serving of protein, 2 serving, 3 serving, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Like nobody goes to 8. I just gave the 8 as a number because 8 servings of protein is going to be like what? 160 grams of protein. Very difficult to get in, because then you will have space for not eating anything else virtually in your stomach. Same with vegetables, carbs, fats, water, right? So this is how you track. All you have to do is take a printout of this, take a pen, pencil, and just do a circle out of it, like 1 serving in the morning, 2 in the evening, 3 in the night, whatever you are having. The other thing that most people, most coaches don't teach about is the part of the internal regulation and the way you are eating, which is, did you eat when you were physically hungry? Okay. Or did you eat because it was lunchtime? You ate because your colleague came and gave you a samosa. You ate because somebody put something in front of you. All these different reasons, cravings, emotional eating, stress eating, all that things that happen. Are you eating because of those, or are you eating physical hunger? You can rate how many meals you ate for physical hunger and not. Did you eat slowly and mindfully? Now, this is one of the biggest and the most powerful concept that you can get, because when you eat slowly and mindfully, you actually know what you're eating. You pay more attention. You end up eating less and feeling more satisfied. That's the second principle. So you got to track your meals there. And the third thing is, did you eat till you were 80% full? Now, this is such an ancient concept. Anybody has, read or learned about blue zones? Type in me if you have read or learned about blue zones, right? Or if you have read a book called Ikigai or heard about a book called Ikigai, right? Now, blue zones, Ikigai is a study, like Ikigai is specifically a study of Japanese people, but blue zones are the zones in the world where the longevity of the people is the highest. They have more centenarians, which means people who have crossed 100 years and above. Okay. So all these guys, the Japanese secret of long life is what they call it as Hari Buchabu. Like I might not be, pronouncing it well, but it says eat till you're 80%. Now, if you go back to yoga, I've studied yoga, philosophy, science, and all of that. Yoga tells you that you got to eat 1 portion less than your hunger, which means, in simple terms, leave some space in your stomach, right? This is very, very important concept, because that's where you actually get a lot more energy out of the same food and you're not overeating. Because if you're feeling lethargic, if you're feeling, low on energy, understand this: digesting your food also takes energy. And that's why you feel really pathetic after a heavy big meal and you feel like all I want to do is sleep, because all the blood flows to your stomach just to take care of the food that you have given to your body. So managing that, very, very important. Right number of uh, you know portions or meals that you eat, like that. Number of hours of sleep. If you are going below 6 hours, write a post-dated check. I don't want to scare you with this, but I'll tell you, write a post-dated check to a cardiac surgeon. Okay, you are going to need it sooner or later. I don't want that to happen to you, but that is inviting trouble. 7, 8, or 9, no matter what you are doing. You can tell me I do meditation, I do this, I don't feel like sleeping. All these things has become an habit for you, but it is proven time and again, 7 hours is the minimum amount of sleep that you need. But you go beyond 9, you feel lethargic too. So between 7 and 9 is where you need to, stay. For me, 8 works the best. Some days I sleep 7 when I'm too busy, but I don't go below 7. If you have to prioritize only one thing, this is the thing that you prioritize. Did you actively de-stress? Do you have a way to take the stress off your body? The multiple ways you can do that, I've discussed some of them in the program and the course that you do it. But did you do it today? Because let again tell you, stress is not going away anywhere. It is here to stay. It's here with us. It's going to live with us. Okay. We have to get stronger and we have to learn to deal with it. You can't say, Bhagwan, take away all my stress. Then say, what's the point you being here? Right? So stress will be there, problems will be there. We need to be stronger to deal with that. Exercise. Did you do strength exercise or a cardio based exercise? With all the hoo-ha around exercise and sexy workouts and everything, there can only be two kind of workout, either strength building stimulus or a cardiovascular stimulus. There is nothing third in this world, or mix of all of these. Now, what is the number of time or amount of time you did exercise? 10 minutes, 20, 30, 40, 60? Nobody goes beyond 60. If you're going beyond 60, not sustainable. In fact, going beyond 40 on a regular basis for busy professionals, not sustainable, right? And intensity. Was it very easy? Very difficult? I would say always play around 6 or 7 to yourself, because when you go beyond 6 or 7, the chances of injury are very, very high, especially if you're a sedentary individual who does not have experience working out. Playing with the intensity is very, very dangerous. Is this making sense? Are you guys learning something? Type in learning if you're learning something. Yeah. Awesome. David says learning. You're just getting started, David. You have no idea what you're gonna get through for next 6 months. So awesome. Akash says learning. Thank you so much. Jitendra says learning. Naresh says learning. Bhaskar says learning. Awesome. Siti says learning. All right, great. Awesome. So today was a very short thing. What I want to do is next part, I want to tell if any of you really want help to get into the best shape of your life, you can set up a call with me. We can get on a call, understand what your goals, your challenges are. And if I can help you, then I can help you and tell you what programs can help you get into the best shape of your life. If we really decide to work together, then we can take it forward. So I can give you a link to my calendar. You can book some time, talk to me. If you really feel this is something that would help you, we can take it forward. All right, so I'm going to put that link over here for you to apply for a consulting call with me. And with that, I want to open this up for questions and answers, because last time, I taught a lot, almost for 40-50 minutes. This time I want to give you guys, time to ask questions. If there is anything that you've gone through in the training that you did not understand, you have questions around it, I want to open that up for that. So here is a link to book a session with me. Now let's get started. Any questions? Anybody? Let me ask you, like, how many have gone through day one? Type in 1 if you've gone through the day 1 completely. Type in 1 in the chat box. David has gone through day 1. Rakesh, Naresh. Awesome. Now, if you've gone through day 1, let me ask you the question. What was the biggest learning that you got out of day 1? You can unmute yourself, switch on video, Rakesh, Naresh, any of you, switch on your video, share your things with me, and then we can talk about it.
Yeah. Hi, this is Rakesh here, Dhaval. So,
hey, Rakesh.
Yeah, hi. So actually, the main challenge which I felt is really filling the 5 why. Okay. And I tell you, I'm from quality background. I keep teaching people 5 why, but it was really, really difficult. The linkages between all the 5 why, right, from one to last. The ultimate is that, my objective is till my last day, I want to be active. I don't want to be dependent of anybody. That extent of physical fitness I want. But how I'm going to get connected, that was really difficult. And I hope, I'm hopeful that by tomorrow I should be able to fill that. And the second thing which I really like it was your vision goal. Like when you close your eyes and you see that, you are completely sweat into playing the badminton. During the playing, that enjoyment which comes, that is really, I know I was able to articulate based on that, because I just started playing badminton, proper badminton in the court actually. So I
Mhm.
could connect it. And as you rightly mentioned, don't get into the process, enjoy that. If I start enjoying that badminton, automatically my goals will be taken care. That is the learning I have actually, Dhaval.
Okay, awesome. First of all, thank you so much for sharing, and thank you so much for admitting. And let me tell you, this is where we go wrong, okay? Because finding out that purpose and finding out, you know, what we really want is difficult. And because the answer is not in a textbook, answer is not something that Dhaval can give you, answer is not that somebody else can give you. Only you can find that answer. And when you actually try to find that answer inside your head, you actually encounter so many dark untouched corners that you're like scared to get into that. Do I really want it? I want it or I don't want it. Is it something right or wrong? Like, that is where it goes. And I give it a very simple example is like, so you want to go and buy a house. You want to go and buy a house, right? And you say, how many bedrooms do you want? Right? And people say 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom. Like, let me tell you, 70-80% of the houses in India are going to be 2 or 3 bedroom in metros, at least. If you are in Haveli, somewhere in a village, it's different. But otherwise, we can afford 2 to 3 bedroom houses, almost everybody. But here is
Yeah.
the thing: a 2 bedroom house in Bangalore could be 50 lakhs. Like I talk about Bangalore, a 2 bedroom
Yeah.
house in Bangalore could be 1 crore 50 lakhs.
Yes.
A 2 bedroom house, again with 1 crore 50 lakhs, two different layouts are going to be very different. And you are going to hate one and you're going to love the other one. But if the thing is only, oh, I want to lose weight, I want to lose weight, okay, yahi chakki chala ke log aate hain, oh, I want to get fit, then okay, जाओ जाके intermittent fasting कर लो, keto कर लो. नहीं 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 नहीं, वो मेरे से नहीं होता. Exactly. So you actually know what you don't want sometimes, but you actually don't know what you want. And that's why you got to get into this journey. When you go and buy a house, you don't go to one place and say, okay, अच्छा है, पैसा दिया, ले लिया. Right?
Yeah.
You actually explore 10, 15 things. And the best thing that everybody wants but can't get is, I want to construct my own house. सबका ड्रीम होम तो मैं खुद बनाऊंगा यार, मुझे पता है. I want my dining area to be here, my bedroom to face this way, my balcony to be this way. If you had all the chances, you could do that. And that is not done by any builder. You have
Yes.
to design it. You work with an architect to build it, but you have that in mind. So that's what is all the vision statement about. Like, if you cannot imagine yourself lifting weights, but you start lifting weights just because you want to lose weight, you're going to give up one day. Like, I'll tell
Yeah.
you, I've been lifting weights for 22 years.
Hmm.
And keep me away from weights for 1 year for whatever reason, other year I will still come back. ये आदत, ये habit मेरी
Understood.
छूटने नहीं वाली, because I'm
Hmm.
aligned to that habit. And that finding alignment and doing that is important. And that is
Yes.
where most people don't want to, और उसके लिए time लगता है, उसके लिए explore करना पड़ता है, right? You got to do it. Like Dhaval cannot tell you, Rakesh, go lift weights. And you're like, I love badminton. And probably, somebody says, I love to play football. So be
Yes.
it. You got to do what you really see yourself doing till the end of your life, or at least for next 1 year. If utna lamba nahi soch sakte, but I enjoy myself doing badminton, 2 saal ke baad nahi maza aayega, kuch aur dhoondunga. But right now all I can see myself is this, right? So that's the thing. So excellent work. And again, doing that 5 whys is crazy. Okay.
Yes.
Like, telling others to do it, very easy. Doing it
Easy.
for yourself, difficult. And I'm telling it
Yeah.
from my experience. Like I've done this with 500 plus people in my coaching programs when I do with them. So I know that. Plus I do it with my coaches. In fact, I just did a 10 weeks program when the year ended, I just finished 10 weeks program. It was all about what I wanted from my life and my coaching business and why I wanted to coach. It was not about strategies of eating protein and veggies and all. hum sabko wo aata hai. But the thing
Yes.
was, this is the most difficult and most fulfilling program. I know why, how, what I want. Okay, then I'm not chasing the external things, because if you play badminton 7 days a week, you still don't lose weight, you're not going to complain.
Yes.
Okay, badminton खेलने में तो मजा आ रहा ना, result मिला कि
Yes.
नहीं, because as I said, results are not in our control. But taking that action, you enjoy having salads in your lunch,
Yes.
making different salads. You will have it. If that doesn't change your diabetes or blood sugar level, you're not going to complain. But if you're eating that only for changing that, and if that doesn't work, the chances are very high that it may not, then you complain, sir, yaar ye kaam nahi kar raha. It is never
Yes.
meant to be, right? So awesome stuff. Thank you so much for sharing that, Rakesh.
Yeah.
Yes,
And one thing
that's the
I
holy
would
grail.
like to say, one more thing. Your level 1 is the most important and crux. And I also see the commonality even with the Mr. Rakesh Rada's the course which I am joining. There also, when we are trying to identify the objective of our life, there also is the same thing. First day I went, okay, you please see, this is what I want to do. He said, no, you have to define your own. And there also there is a 5 why. So
Absolutely.
fundamental remains same. I think this is a very strong method. What I could see both of your courses is the fundamental conviction. And if you
Yeah.
are clear on this, automatically your subconscious mind it will get into. I think half of the problem will be solved here itself.
Absolutely. So that, see, Rakesh, what happens is, like we all come from corporate background. I worked in IT for 15 years, and I worked with some of the names that people want to get into, and I've
Yes.
resigned from those companies: Microsoft, NetApp, Oracle, HPE, iGate, and enviable stuff, enviable positions, everything. Now, every time, what is the biggest challenge that corporate life faces with people when you have teams and other people to deal with? What is the one thing that we all have problem with is ownership, right? People don't take ownership. But here is the thing: ownership cannot be given. Ownership can only be taken. You can decide, this is my project, this is my baby,
My-
I want to make that project work. And when you
Yes.
decide that, then you actually blur all the boundaries of hierarchies, all the boundaries of vertical. You will reach out to any person in your organization. Eh, okay. Yeah, you will reach out to any person in your organization, outside of organization. You will stay up late, you will do everything because you decided you own it. Because when you start owning it, like, again, I'll go a little bit more into the psychology and the way brain works, is your ego gets attached.
Yes.
And ego
Yes.
is not a bad thing. Ego is your sense of self.
Yes.
It's not like the high-headedness or stubbornness. Ego is, how do you see yourself? And if it is yours, you want to make it better, you want to make it grow, you want to make it successful. किसी और का है, जितना हो सके उतना करूंगा, बाकी छोड़ो, right? Because it's not mine. It's not mine. Like,
Yes.
Even if I'm a good person, I would just do it as a little bit of professional work. चलो 8 घंटा है, जितना हो गया करूंगा, मेरा टाइम हो गया, मैं जा रहा हूँ. अरे यार बाकी है, कल डेडलाइन है, हो गया, मैं 8 घंटे के लिए
हो
कमिट
गया,
किया था, I
मेरा
did
काम हो
everything.
गया.
So people cannot point fingers at you, but they don't own it. So when you define your purpose, and I'm actually just getting out of a coaching call with one of my clients, and this is exactly the topic that we talked about, is ownership. And when I work with people, what we decide is, what is that they want to own? Because see, if you really want to know what it takes to lose weight, what it takes to improve your health, it's out there in public, in Google. किसी की जरूरत नहीं है, जाओ जाके कर लो. How many people still do it? Like, we live in urban world, all the offices have gyms, all the apartments have gym. If you don't have it, all of us are earning good enough to pay 1,000 rupees, 2,000 rupees per month to get a gym membership. जिम की कोई कमी नहीं है आज के जमाने में. 22 years back when I started there was, but not now. But why do we still not do it? All the corporates have this, corporate wellness programs, free में nutritionist मिलता है, free में dietitian मिलता है. कौन जाके बात करता है उससे? And why would still people pay me premium to get coached with me? Not because I have, some, magic formula, some pillar powder ki ye kha lo kal uth ke, change ho jayega. Is these fundamentals that you want to design your life, you want to take ownership, and you need an architect. Like you want to build a house. Okay, you have your vision, but architect tells you that if you build it like this is where you get the right support in the right way. Okay.
Yes.
It's not that architect would design the house for you. No, he will take inputs from you and help you build a house that you want to build. So that's the thing, and these are fundamentals, because when you work without this, you always work, ऐसा नहीं है नहीं चलता. It works. Like you can always start eating vegetables and lose weight, but छोड़ दोगे after some time, because there's no sense of meaning, purpose, कोई link नहीं है, कोई like see through line नहीं.
Conviction
Like,
नहीं
there's
रहेगा.
like, so that's the thing. Awesome. Glad that you
Thanks.
shared that, Rakesh.
Thanks.
Anybody else who's gone through day one, anything that they want to share? I'm here today to really talk to you guys, discuss any questions, any concerns, anything that you think you need help with. We can really talk about that today. Who do we have? Akash, Ashutosh, Bhaskar, Madhvi, Naresh, Rajesh, Sanjeev. Check. Because if you guys don't have questions, and I can give all this time back to you, you can go back, have your dinner, and have fun. How many of you have gone through day 2? Tell me. 2, type in 2 if you have gone through day 2. So let's talk about day 2 now. David has gone through day 2. Like, I know you've done through day 1, 2, and 3. We had a great discussion today, David. Who else? Day 2 or day 1 pe hi gaadi atak gayi. Right? Wow. Looks like David is the only one who's gone through day 2. Great. So you have access to this training. You can go through day 2, and I've put this in a very structured manner that you know why you want, what you want, then you know what to do to achieve it. Day 3 is all about how to do to achieve it. And as I said, if any of you are looking for help, you need help to implement this. You need architect to help you build your dream home, your dream life. I'm here to help you achieve that. So feel free to reach out to me. You have a link to set up a call with me. You have my email address, all of that. So with that, then looks like no questions, no feedback, nothing more. So we call it a day. Thank you so much for joining. Last thing, if you have no questions, at least type in, good night, thank you, bye-bye to everybody who is over here. So we know we can call it a day. We have one more live sessions happening on Friday. David, you have something to share? Yeah, David, go ahead. You are on, I'm not able to hear you. No. Again, I think your Bluetooth is not the one which is active. Not yet, David. So guys, thank you so much for all the good nights. You're most welcome. Thank you so much. Madhvi says we'll book that thing. We'll take it later with you. Okay, awesome. So are you asking for this tracking sheet to be made available? Yeah, okay, I could read your mind. Okay, I think it is already there in the program, in the PDF downloads. If it is not there, I'll put it up there. And anyway, you have many more resources, much more details, all of these things that you're going to get there. So I'll make this available, don't worry. So yeah, all of you will get it. And David, you're here, you are in the family now for next 6 months. You're not going anywhere. So you will have all the resources and even more as we move into more details. All right, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your time joining in. Good night and see you soon. Good night.